hit record here. We'll go through. Last week, I learned some stuff about the Shakeology ingredients, so I wouldn't mind continue doing that for the first little while. And what I do is I put it into my website. As soon as you guys tell me what you're doing, then I create a post and then I share it in the group. So you guys can actually either just copy and paste it into, like you can go to the website and copy and paste it and make it a post if you want to, if you choose to go that way, or just share the web link or whatever you want to do, but it's there for you guys to use if you guys want. So we'll start with Cody. We'll get Cody to go first with his.
All right, mine was a lung something like that. But it was traditionally used as a main ingredient in like cooling drinks. So like if you had heat stroke or something, like way back in the day by monks and stuff, it was used by them to kind of treat that inflammation, all that kind of stuff. It's also good for like a cough suppressant, sore throat, like any kind of cold and flu symptoms. It helps aid those, helps recovery with that stuff, and good for constipation. And what was the other one? Your intestine. If your intestine gets inflamed, it is also a good remedy for that. And that's what I found on that.
Awesome. So yeah, like he was saying, it relieves digestive distress. It's also a natural sweetener. It helps manage diabetes, and it's an anti-cancer also. So good find, my man. I will post that in the group right away, and we can go Benita.
Okay, so I did mine on pomegranates. The name pomegranate is derived from Latin and means seeded apple. The seeds are edible and found inside the large hexagonal shaped fruit. An average fruit contains 600 juicy seeds known as arils. Low in calories, high in fiber, high in vitamins, and high in phytochemical that promotes heart health and might prevent cancer. It's something that I found that was really neat when I was researching it was it's thought to have legendary powers for centuries. Persians believe that Eve actually ate a pomegranate instead of an apple from the tree of knowledge, and ancient Egyptians buried their dead with them because it offered eternal life. It's featured in mythology and tradition as a symbol of good tidings, and Greeks break open a pomegranate at weddings, and Chinese are known to eat candied pomegranate seeds for good luck. It's full of antioxidants, which are compounds and enzymes known for keeping low-density lipoprotein, LDL, or bad cholesterol from oxidizing and causing hardening of the arteries. Organic seeds act a lot like aspirin, keeping blood platelets from sticking together and forming blood clots. Punicalagins is a compound found in the pomegranate, and it's responsible for the strong antioxidant activity the fruit carries. It promotes a healthy coronary function while counteracting the vascular inflammation and oxidative damage. Buffers the effect of the free radical damage to the cells, increases oxygen levels to the heart, helps to combat erectile dysfunction, might also reduce the redness of arthritis by slowing the enzymatic activity that breaks down cartilage. It's loaded with vitamin C and potassium, and it helps to lower the risk of heart disease, lowers the risk of cancer, especially prostate and breast cancer, lessens symptoms of diarrhea, reduces cholesterol, controls your weight, and fights cell damage. And they do have a warning that eating pomegranate seeds or drinking the juice might interfere with certain medications the same way that a grapefruit juice would. So you're supposed to check for drug interactions before taking.
Has anybody had a pomegranate? What does it taste like?
I love them.
Is it sweet? Is it bitter?
Kind of, like it can be.
Like
sweet.
a grapefruit bitter, or is like
Yeah, it's an acquired taste. You have to really like them.
All right. Um, Also, what I learned is for us old people that are getting old up in age, it's slow aging of skin, and that's why I'm asking, because I'm gonna start eating this shit. And
Well, the palm juice is really good too. You can buy it in the stores. I actually had a really good recipe that I found when I was doing my trade shows that was so popular that I basically used it the whole weekend. You took a quarter cup of the palm juice, a quarter cup of water, a cup of ice, and a scoop of strawberry Shakeology. It was to die for. It tasted just like an orange Julius drink, especially if you put a half a banana in it.
holy, that's awesome.
Yeah,
You should post that recipe to the group. Maybe we can share it to our Facebook.
yeah, it was awesome.
Can never
Everybody
be
loved it. Like
perfect.
I went through more of it than I did any of the other recipes that I did that day.
Awesome. It also helps you lose weight, and for our pregnant challengers out there, it maintains health when pregnant. Again, we always send them to the doctor to make sure their doctor says it's okay for Shakeology, but it's supposed to help with that stuff also. All right, we'll go to Tara. If your volume's down, yeah.
Okay, so I chose the rose hip, also known as rose haw or rose hep. It's the fruit of the rose plant that typically is black in some species. Some hips begin to form after successful pollination of flowers in spring or early summer and ripen in the late summer through autumn. Rose hips are the best source of vitamin C. They contain 50% more vitamin C than oranges do. A single tablespoon of the pulp gives an adult more than the recommended daily allowance of 60 milligrams. They can be eaten raw after soaked in water overnight, and they cooked in the water for about half an hour. Because of the high vitamin C content, they are an excellent immune system booster and are often used as a supplement to prevent or treat a cold. The pulp from rose hip may be used in sauces or made into jelly. Done.
You're done. Awesome, and I don't have anything to add to that one. So we'll go right to Carrie.
Okay, I chose the yakin root, which is a plant native to South America. It's used as a food as well as a natural sweetener. It almost looks like a sweet potato or a yam. Health benefits have led to be used as a dietary supplement. It has benefits for overweight people and those with high cholesterol. They found that it increases feeling full after you eat when people have that, so it's associated with weight loss. It has a type of sugar in it which lowers levels of triglycerides, and a study in 2009 confirmed that your LDL cholesterol levels were reduced in people after daily consumption of it, associated with a low risk of heart disease as well during that same study. It compounds the function as prebiotics, so it improves digestive health and treating certain types of colitis. Prebiotic properties influence the development of microflora in the digestive tract, so increased bowel movements can be attributed to that effect. Possible side effects, they've done a 2005 study that found no toxicity or any adverse side effects after 4 months of regular consumption. They did another study in 2009 on humans. That first one was on rats. Using it just straight for 120 days, there was no ill effects, except one person was allergic and did have a case of anaphylactic shock. That's it.
One sec. Awesome. And for those of you, I'm not sure if Carrie said this one on these ones because I was posting it to the group. Does lower blood sugar levels, which really helps with the diabetes. And what I like, it reduces colon cancer cells, which I didn't know about either, which is pretty amazing these days because of all the colonoscopies is what my dad kind of deals with. So it's kind of neat to see that. Give me one sec. I think that's, and then there's me. So I will go, give me one sec. Mine is on Himalayan salt. Himalayan crystal salt is the most beneficial, cleanest salt available on this planet. It was formed about 250 million years ago, where the energy of the sun has dried up the original primal sea. This crystal salt is absolutely pristine and natural, identical to composition to the ancient primal ocean. It contains all the elements found in our bodies. The high mineral crystals range in color from sheer white, varying shades of pink, to deep reds, the result of high mineral and iron content. Mineral and high iron content. The Himalayan pink salt offered by Mountain Rose Herb is gourmet food grade, they say. The highest quality of Himalayan salt available. Himalayan pink salt has rich mineral content that includes over 84 minerals and trace elements such as calcium, magnesium, potassium, copper, and iron. The Himalayan salt is still extracted from mines by hand according to the long-standing tradition and without the use of any mechanical devices or explosion techniques. After being hand-selected, the salt is then hand-crushed, hand-washed, and dried in the sun. Give me one sec here. And the benefits of it, oh, it's not it. And the benefits of it is less sodium than regular salt, 80 plus minerals and elements, regulate water content, increases hydration, aids in proper metabolism, prevents muscle cramping, which really sucks when we're going hardcore in our workouts, lower blood pressure, strengthening bone density, prevents goiters. I don't even know what that word is. Improves circulation and removes toxins in the body. So that is mine, Himalayan salt, and we still have Patrina. Tara just told me, so we'll kick it to her.
Hello. We also have Mike
Oh, okay.
after. Yeah, can you see his hand? That's him. So mine was chia seeds, which I love. And by the way, don't eat those suckers dry because it's not good for you. Mix them in something. Don't, because apparently my hairdresser was telling me that if you eat them and then you put liquid down your throat, they soak up the liquid and you could choke. So not good. So they're grown in South America. Important food for the Aztecs and Mayans. Prized for their ability to provide sustainable energy. And in fact, chia is the ancient Mayan word for strength. So they were a dietary staple for them. What else? Seem to be growing in popularity. So they really got a lot of nutritional value. So 1 ounce or 28 grams has 11 grams of fiber, 4 grams of protein, 9 grams of fat, 5 of which are omega-3s, and a whole bunch of vitamins and minerals. So a single ounce only has 137 calories and 1 gram of digestible carbs. What else can I tell you? They're a whole grain food, so they're usually grown organically. They're non-GMO, usually, and naturally free of gluten for people who have that issue. Loaded with antioxidants, which we all know how important those suckers are. And they're high in quality protein. So they've got a good balance of essential amino acids, so our body should be able to make use of the protein in them. So I could go on and on. That I shared that link that has some more information on them too. They're good for all kinds of stuff. You're up.
Okay, I guess I'm up. Grape seed. I did that one. I just researched it in the last few minutes here, actually, because I have ADD and I wait till the last minute to do everything. Okay, apparently people have been eating grapes for over 6,000 years. They are loaded with antioxidants. There's all kinds of studies on that, including the studies where drinking wine is supposed to lower your risk of heart attacks. Actually, eating the grape seeds apparently has the same effect without the drunk driving charges and without becoming an alcoholic. So, actually, researchers at the University of Kentucky found that the antioxidants in grape seeds killed 76% of leukemia cells when exposed to it directly. It turned on a certain protein which killed the cancer cells. If you can kill leukemia with it, it cannot be a bad thing. It does a whole bunch of other things. There's an entire paragraph of benefits for it, and the only side effects I've ever had is some people are allergic to it, plain and simple. And that's about it.
Awesome. So I'll recap a couple things on the grape seed. I like this anti-aging stuff. So whenever I see it, anti-aging properties is also in the grape seed. Manages blood pressure. So people with high blood pressures, it helps with that. Supports prevention of skin cancers as well. What I also like, especially in my situation, I like the fact that it improves bone strength, especially as people are getting older. I'm really glad we're doing these with Shakeology, because 2 years of me doing this, I've never known this much about Shakeology, and it's really you're going to be able to fight a lot of objections, I think, especially if you're able to start really talking about the product itself. So
Yeah.
fantastic job. Like I'm impressed with all these things. Were you going to say something? Okay. And then just on Petrina's on the chia seeds, this was like the king of all ingredients by the looks of it, because it does boost energy. Like she was saying, it's very high in omega-3s, as well as the grape seed. It does help with blood pressures, strengthens teeth and bones. It helps you lose weight as well. And the big one for a lot of our customers, and me included, this is one of the ingredients that lowers cravings. So that's really really good for our customers as well. And Heather, just thumbs up or thumbs down. I don't know if you had time. Did you have an ingredient that you did? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs down. Okay, no worries, no stress. Thanks for jumping on the call. So today last week we had Carrie do the call, so we're just gonna move in between people, so it's not always me talking, and other people can be empowered to be the great leaders that you are in our team. So today Tara is going to take over our team call, and I am going to shut it down. One second, I just got to make her host. Okay, there you go.
Okay, can you guys hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can. Okay, let me just share my screen. Oh, how the hell do I share my screen?
On the bottom, it'll say share screen.
I know, but okay. There we go. Okay, can you see that?
Yep, it says switching your mindset slideshow.
Okay. Okay, so my topic is switching your mindset.
Did you open it?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't see that.
You don't, okay, I haven't clicked it yet. Sorry, one sec.
Okay, we gotta go, stop share screen. Okay, now we go back to share screen. And then, yeah, I would do that because it gets tough to know.
See if that works.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. we're good to go. Okay, so mine is on switching your mindset. Don't put in half of the mindset unless you're okay with half of the results. Okay, so chances of success. You can see down the list there that at 0%, you're at a really bad negative mindset, saying that you won't. And at 100%, you're saying that I did. But in between all that, there's all the levels of creating your mindset to become positive. What can actually happen with a mind switch? Learning to be positive is an absolute struggle for soul. It's you that has to switch your mindset, not anyone else. Being in a negative state for so long, it can take practice within your mind on saying, I can, instead of I can't. I've been practicing my mind switch, and it has helped me tremendously within the last few weeks here. When I'm driving, I think of the positives I have in my life, my children, my family, my future, etc. I say out loud, I love my kids, I love my family, I love my future. You have to preach it instead of just visioning it. Sorry, my computer's slow. There we go. Okay, so switching your mindset is important for every aspect in your life. So in between your actual approach on life, on how you deal with everything, your job, your relationships, your finances, your friends, your health, and your fitness, the list can go on. So firstly, surround yourself with like-minded people. You can't create a healthy mind with negative people around you. You need to surround yourself with people that are positive and see the best in everything, and most importantly, the best in you. Surround yourself with people that are going to stay by your side and give you the inspiration and credit you deserve. You can't grow from anyone that constantly puts you down and critiques you. So look what can happen with a mind switch. You reach your goals and you start to believe in yourself. So at the beginning, I totally didn't believe in myself one bit. I didn't think I was capable of anything. There's not much of a difference, but my mind is the difference, and that's what I'm proud of. I'm in debt up to my eyeballs, and there's no jobs around here. Life sucks right now. So it's definitely not the way to be beginning to switch your mindset. If you preach that you're in debt, you're going to be in debt, period. And it all goes back to the book I read, The Law of Attraction. You attract what you think, what you say, and how you act. And if you're negative, negative things are going to come to you tenfold, vice versa. If you're positive, then all you're going to get is positivity. If you're financially in trouble and all you do is think of how much debt you owe and you don't switch your mind, you will be in a more negative state than you first started. You are teaching your children to be positive, so you need to start with your own positivity and mindset before teaching them what you do. Kids are definitely sponges, and I'm learning that from Cheyenne. They do everything you do, so if you teach them what you want, your kids deserve the best version of you. So a negative mind will never give you a positive life. Things you can do to help with your mindset. Always number one, your own personal development. That's what's gotten me to the mindset in the last 3 weeks. And going through this without personal development, I don't know what I would be going through right now. Choosing the people you friend with. Instead of being negative, look at the positive side of every situation. Knowing the difference between criticism and constructive criticism. Surround yourself with positive vibes. Don't let others rain on your parade. And this one's important. Don't compare yourself to others, but believe in yourself and act. No one is the same, and if we were, the world would be boring. And lastly, believe you are great. Believe you have a wonderful life. believe you're doing the best you can and believe in yourself. It all starts with you. And I just posted a bunch of little positive pictures there. Fall in love with your life. Beautiful things happen when you distance yourself from negative. Replace every negative thought, and the dream is free. The hustle is sold separately. And that's it. It's there. And that's my presentation.
That was actually really well done. Just so you guys know, she did that today, and she whipped it all together for you guys. Fantastic presentation, actually. Does anybody have any questions for Tara? For anybody that's going through struggles and is having a hard time flipping their mindsets, or because she's going through it and she's done it. So if anybody has any questions for her, now would be the time to ask. If not for yourselves, maybe for your team, that maybe later on they might want to go back to this call, because this is something you guys can use later on to say, hey, this is what changing your mindset is all about. You'd be able to ask that question now, and then we'd have it in the recording.
And if you feel, sorry.
No, it's okay. Go
If
ahead.
you feel that it's too private, you can always message me and then we can have a chat.
And the book she is talking about is The Secret. I have it here somewhere. I don't see where it went. By Rhonda Byrne. She actually has a whole set of them, The Power, The Magic, and there was one other one that we don't have. But you can also watch the movie on Netflix. The Secret is on actually Netflix. It's about an hour and a half. But if you're, like she was saying, The Secret is pretty much the laws of attraction. What you throw out to the universe will come back to you tenfold. So whenever you're going through struggles and so forth, if you're reading personal development and such like that, it will actually help you through all those negative thoughts. And once you start thinking positive and start thinking that way, it actually all comes back to you tenfold. So fantastic. We are going into the second week of Beachbody Cup. I know some of us are probably stressing. I'm just going to say, don't, Cody, don't stress it. Things happen the way they're supposed to happen for a reason. There's still 3 weeks of the month. There's lots that can happen. You can go from 0 to 20 in a week. So don't even stress that. Just continue. The key is to continue with your conversations. The key is to continue inviting. And the most important key is to grow yourself. Stick with your workouts. Stick with being the proof, and just continue to talk about it. It's when you stop talking about those things that people tune you out, because they don't think you're serious. My biggest advice when it comes to that is people are watching you. They're starting to watch you. You guys are still new coaches. For the most part, some of us have been around for a while, so we know this already, but they are watching you. Whether you believe it or not, there's people on your friends list that are watching you. And they will come out of the woodworks when they're ready. What the conversations do is helps that process, but it also opens up your Facebook to their world so they can actually see what's going on. So when we talk about going for no, there's a reason for the invites and going for no. It's because a conversation has been started. Whether you get a no or not, to me, a no is just having a conversation, right? It doesn't necessarily even have to be an invite conversation. It could be just you guys talking about family and talking about, careers and life in general. It doesn't even have to be Beachbody. What will happen over time is when you do that, they're exposed to your Facebook, and when they're ready, after you've been forming them through that whole process, they'll actually come out and talk to you and say, hey, I see you doing this. What is this? Right? And you guys will see that once you're consistent enough, you'll see in time that you're going to start getting people from 6 months ago. I'm starting to get people from a year ago now that are coming out of the woodworks and having those conversations. So just believe in the process, believe in yourself, but don't stop growing yourself, and don't stop with the invites, because what's going to happen for this month, everything you do this month is going to fuel your fire right up until summit. If you don't end up helping anybody this month, don't stress it, because it's going to fuel your fire over the next 3 months. And that's the way each month usually works, is all the work we've done in December and January will start showing up this month. And even I'm slower this month. I'm at the big 0. But I also know how this business works, so I'm not even stressed, and I won't get stressed until the last day, because anything can happen. So just believe in yourselves, believe in the process, and we are going to actually make him step out of the box. So we're going to let Cody decide what he wants to talk about next week. Cody will put on the training. He can use his personal trainer ideas. Cody, I'll ask you, just message me, tell me what you want to talk about, and we'll put it up that way. Doesn't have to be long. Just find a topic, figure out the expertise of it, and just do a little presentation for us. It just helps you grow, helps you step out of the box a little bit. It helps you a better leader now that you got your own team starting. This is something you want to develop later on. So I've done it with Benita lots as my personal sponsored coach. You're my personal sponsored coach, so it's your turn next week. Cool? Awesome. That being said, does anybody have any questions for this week? Fantastic job on everybody that's been doing their workouts and stuff. And if you haven't seen any changes, don't stress it, because I'm actually up like 8 pounds. So don't even stress how it all works. Yeah, exactly. It plays with your head, but don't stress it. It'll all come together the way it's supposed to come together. So yeah, if you guys don't have any questions, that will be it. Okay, bye guys.